Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, and today's video is going to be a brand new series here on my channel where I talk about unsolved mysteries and unsolved murders. Something that you guys probably don't know about me. If you know me in real life, you probably know, but I'm weird and I actually find murders and mysteries and criminal justice and all that stuff super interesting, and I know that probably makes me sound insane and like a murderer myself, but I'm not, I promise you. I just really find this stuff interesting and I like all of this creepy stuff. So today the case that we will be covering is the unsolved murders of the Axeman. So before I get started, I just want to say if you have any name suggestions for this series, please comment them down below because I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to name this series yet. Right now all I have is unsolved mysteries, I guess. I don't know, but whatever you see the title of the video is all I have right now. So please let me know if you have any ideas for a name for the series. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling now and let's just get into the case and what happened and all of that stuff. So to get started, I have all my notes in here, so if you see me looking down, this is what I'm looking at. But like I said, we're doing the unsolved murders of the Axeman. So everything that I'm going to tell you guys is pretty much based in New Orleans. And this dates back to May 22nd, 1918, where the very first murder of this series of murders took place. So this, like I said, was May 22nd, 1918, and this was the murder of Joseph and Catherine Maggio. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not exactly sure. They were both found in their home, and Catherine's head was found almost completely detached from her body, and it was said that the killer had used a straight-edge razor to slit her throat and also an axe to kill both of them. This was the very first instance of these murders, but they went on, and all in all, there were 12 people were attacked and 7 people were murdered. And the trademark, like I said, was the use of an axe. It was most of the time the axe was actually left behind, so the murder weapon was there in almost every single case. And the trademark was like a little slit in the door on the front door with the axe. So these killings went on until August 10th of 1918 and then stopped for a period of time until March 10th, 1919. And then that's when it picked up again. So on March 10th, 1919, the Cortamilga, wow, I'm butchering that. Anyway, moving on. The whatever family was found in their home, Charles, Rosie, and 2-year-old Mary. Rosie was found cradling her dead daughter in her arms. So that's really terrible. But Rosie was the only survivor, and the husband, Charles, and the 2-year-old daughter, Mary, were unfortunately found dead. That was the first case to come up again after that little period of time where nothing was going on. A few days went by, and on March 13th, 1919, the local newspaper received a letter from the alleged Axeman, and in the letter, the Axeman said that he was going to go on a killing spree, pretty much, and he was going to do it that night, and anyone who would play jazz music in the town, and anyone who was playing jazz music from their homes would be spared. So he's obviously insane, and I guess he likes jazz music, but so yeah, anyone who would play jazz would be spared. And that night, the night came, and pretty much everybody in New Orleans blasted out jazz music, and there were no killings that night. So nobody really knows if that actually was the Axeman, or maybe if it was just some kids or somebody playing a prank, but all in all, there were no murders, so that's all that matters. Something else I wanted to bring up is if you watch American Horror Story, season 3 of American Horror Story, Coven, the one about the witches and stuff, actually showed and used the story of the Axeman in the show. So if you remember this guy, he was portraying the Axeman, I guess, and this was set in New Orleans. So if you haven't seen it, I recommend watching it. This is a pretty good season. After that night that there were no attacks and everyone placed the jazz music, things settled down, and then eventually there were 3 more victims and attacks that followed in August, September, and October of 1919. And that was really it. They kind of just stopped. A few little things went on, but the police suspected that it might have just been copycat murders or something, just trying to play on the myth or the idea of the Axeman. The very first suspect, if you remember the first story, the first attacks that I talked about of Joseph and Catherine Maggio, the first suspect is actually her brother, and he is a suspect because his alibi isn't airtight, I guess, and he was home around the time of the murder, so that gets obviously a little bit suspicious. And the razor that was used to slit Catherine's throat belonged to him, so that obviously raises some suspicion, but in the end he was dismissed and he was no longer a suspect for the case. Honestly, that's pretty much the only real suspect of these different strings of cases. The rest are just a little bit more of conspiracies or just different ideas. The next one being that it is some sort of mafia killing spree. So that isn't that crazy. This, I guess you could say, way of killing could be used a lot in the mafia, and they think that maybe each of the people that were killed had some sort of tie to gangs or the mafia, and that maybe that had something to do with it, but again, there's not really much evidence for that. The last one is a little crazy, but obviously in New Orleans, there's a lot of people that believe in things like voodoo and witchcraft and everything down there, and a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but some people think that it is a demon. So they think that there's a demon coming and killing these people for whatever reason, and pleading them to play jazz music, I guess. This sounds like insane when I'm saying it, but yeah. I'm gonna just clarify this just in case that was a little confusing. So it started off, he was, I guess this could be a girl, we don't really know, but I guess it's just called the Axeman, and he referred to himself as the Axeman in the letter that he sent to the newspaper. But the Axeman had multiple killing sprees, killed 7 people and injured 12, and then one night wrote into a newspaper saying that he was going to go on a killing spree unless everyone played jazz music in the town. That night, everyone played jazz music and no one was killed. So that's pretty much all I have for this case. I want to know what you guys think, who you think did it. Do you think, was it Catherine's brother? Do you think it's a demon, maybe the mafia, or anything else? I'd love to hear what you think it is. Let me know down below in the comments, and let me know if you like this series or you think you're gonna like it, or if you have any other case suggestions for me to cover. I'd love to hear from you. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.